1, 2, 3. Wah! Hello, I'm Tom.
I'm caught mid-explosion. I'm Galen.
And you are watching 15 Minutes of Fume, Tournament of Underdogs! So many questions. What are we doing?
What did you just say?
What are you watching? Why should you keep watching? And look, we can't figure it all out for you. However, we are here today to introduce the new video series that we are filming for Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab, purveyor of perfumes that you might be wearing right now. We're going to keep resuming our normal 15 Minutes of Fume videos. We're going to review the upcoming Lunacy stuff, hopefully next week when we get it. But we have been tasked with a very interesting, unprecedented in the BPAL-verse challenge. Would you like to hear about it? Would you like to hear about it?
I would. I know what it is, but I would like to hear about it anyway.
I'll practice on you, and you can watch me practicing on him, so by the time I say it to you, you'll already know what I'm talking about.
Do I look like I don't know what's going on?
Usually.
Okay.
Perpetually. Constantly. Anyway.
So what's going on?
So not everybody realizes this, but the lab has a vast catalog of fragrances going back almost 20 years. Our perfumer, Elizabeth, began making them and just didn't stop. And while we are, these days maybe better known for our limited edition releases and the exciting stuff that comes out, these general catalog scents, going back all of those years, remain many people's signature fragrance or the reason they got interested in BPAL. And it's been wonderful, for example, at conventions or at events at the lab, to have these to help find the exact perfect thing that a person might be looking for. That being said, in terms of sales online, especially now that the entire world is canceled, the general catalog perfumes don't sell very well. I'm going to let that sit for a moment so the shock can sink in. These are our more affordable perfumes. In many instances, they are just some of our very best perfumes. And some of our best-selling products of all time are from this category, which includes, gosh, hundreds of scents. However, many of them are consistently our least sellers. I know. So we have to figure out what we're going to do. I want to say early on, no perfumes at this stage are being discontinued, but we wanted to dig into our least selling perfumes and figure out what do they have to offer the world today in 2020. The lab gave us a list of the 50 lowest performing perfume blends. We're going to share the whole list with you. Not out loud right now, but you can see it in the body of wherever you're watching this. We decided it would be fun to give the least selling perfumes an opportunity to have their moment in the spotlight and to truly shine. And the way that we're going to do this is through the dorkiest competition ever conceived.
A battle to the death. The
BPAL Tournament of Underdogs! So how this is going to work is in a series of upcoming videos, we are going to take two at a time these general catalog scents, and we're going to rank them. We're going to pit them against each other. They're randomly paired, so in that first round, there's just like no rhyme or reason to why you might be smelling this one with this one. We're going to smell them, we're going to rank them, we're going to compare them, and we're going to decide which one out of those two deserves to go on to the next stage of the tournament, and which one just didn't make it. Again, nothing is going to happen to the underdogs. This is just for fun. We are not perfume judgers, like experts. We are just this. So
doing what we can.
If we if we talk shit about your favorite perfume, we're real sorry. And we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that as many of these as possible end up being part of the BPAL catalog for many years to come. That being said, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to stump for the perfume blends that you love. So, in the weeks ahead, as Galen and I record these episodes, we're going to be looking at the Tournament of Underdogs hashtag to see if anyone's been posting about them and sharing why they love this particular scent, what it means to them. You could end up providing the tie-breaking vote, and at the same time advertise a product that you love to people who aren't buying it. We're also going to be looking at the reviews, the perfume reviews on the BPAL.org forum to see if there are any recent reviews of people professing their love for these fragrances and what they like about them. We want to know, like, what puts one fragrance above another in a completely arbitrary competition with no real prize. So going forward, the brackets are going to be released. You'll be able to see the 50 least selling general catalog scents. Some of them, many of them, are tied in last place for least number of bottles sold in the last year. And I want to prepare you that there are some painful shocks there. There are perfumes that I personally love that are included here. Have I bought them recently? No, I have them. But there is kind of, the problem, right? So we really are hoping to get everyone digging through their own personal stash of BPAL imps and bottles to see if they can smell along and decide which ones they think should win in any particular bracket. And at this point in the competition, it's super exciting because we really have no idea who is going to progress and how far they're going to get. And in the end, what is the BPAL underdog to beat them all? And maybe we can pull some of these out of last place in our own catalog and help justify the amount of space they're taking up in our warehouse, selling absolutely nothing. I don't want to be like those puppy adoption people who are like laying it on super thick.
For 5 cents a day, you can foster an animal.
Right. For $4.50 though, you could buy
an imp
of one of these perfumes and
check it out.
In several weeks, whenever the steadily dismantled U.S. Postal Service brings your purchase to you, maybe you'll be able to weigh in on whether or not we were correct in our, again, completely inexpert, totally subjective evaluation of this perfume's merits. To sum up, new video series, good. General catalog sales, bad. Tournament style competitions that get people excited, great. Us as hosts, it is what it is. BPAL, strong. Times, terrible.
English, not good.
Just keeping it simple. Anyway, we'll share the brackets, we'll let you dig into it, and also we're going to be airing these videos on YouTube as well as Instagram. The lab has a YouTube channel. You could subscribe to it. We're dangerously close to 1,000 subscribers at the time of this filming. Dangerously close, perilously close. Like frozen in fear at the idea of our impending success at passing this arbitrary milestone. So if you would like to go contribute to our success in that small way, those numbers eventually do matter. In the meantime, we're going to leave you with this list of perfumes, and you can freak out about which of your favorites are lowest sellers, or, I don't know, be relieved that you made other choices. You could order some of them if you wanted to try to get a leg up in participating. And as the weeks go by, and you can tell from the brackets that our episode is getting close, I totally promise that if we get in a dead heat in the judging, we're going to go and check the Tournament of Underdogs hashtag, which I checked to make sure isn't being used by racists for anything yet.
And it's not?
It's not. It only had one post, and I didn't even look to see what that was.
It wasn't racist?
It wasn't racist.
That's good.
We, the, judges, do want to hear from you, the expert perfume aficionados and lifelong BPAL lovers and fume sniffers extraordinaire to hear what you think should be one of the top-selling general catalog perfumes instead of the sad losers.
I have a feeling that a lot of people out there are going to find out that we have had a lot of stuff that you just never even knew existed. And stuff that you maybe can't live without.
I mean, it's kind of circular.
And is now already on the chopping block.
We spend most of our time promoting the limited releases because we spend a lot of time and labor in making them. Mm-hmm. And that makes them expensive. And then as a result, they become moneymakers for us, mm-hmm. which is wonderful. We do try to promote the general catalog sense. I throw love out there to them all the time. But when you know that you can come back to something later, you just don't buy it the same way.
It'll be there.
Exactly. There's stuff that people have been putting off replacing for maybe years because if you can only afford to buy 1 or 2 perfumes, you're going to buy something you haven't tried maybe. Yeah. So I understand. I'm not, you didn't do this.
We're not mad at you.
We're not mad at you. However,
we just have some things to consider.
As someone who loves wrestling and loves watching competitions, not like being in them per se, but watching them, I'm really excited to preside over a tournament of no actual violence that, will just provide hours and hours of entertainment to bored, quarantined dystopia survivors. We're going to get started on that next week. It's going to be a big time. So get your brackets, figure out who you want to win in each pairing, and we're just going to try, to be as objective as possible. We each have our own biases as judges. Galen's been sniffing through the GCs, and I think you've been forming some, thoughts.
I've got some defensive opinions already on a few of them.
I think that you're the protective judge, and I'm
I'm the Paula.
I'm the, oh no. Well, that's a grim thought.
What judge are you?
I'm not one of those judges.
Sharon Osbourne?
No, I
think you did really well. I think with your Cheetos bow.
Slamming the X on that.
That's a good one.
Pawing at the escape lever, pulling the ripcord. Whoa!
Well, that's all. It's just me now.